conversation with Neeraj Kanwar of Apollo Tyres. Thank you very much for talking to Money Control. Let me begin with, the demand environment that you're seeing in India. Auto sales numbers haven't been too encouraging in the last few months, especially retail auto sales. So, what impact has that had as far as Apollo Tyres is concerned? Is there an overall consumption slowdown?
Well, like you said, it is sluggish. The demand in India is very sluggish. Commercial vehicles are down, PCR, passenger cars are down. But we are seeing a little bit come back in Q4. As far as Apollo is concerned, we're the leaders in truck and in passenger car tires. We've had a double-digit growth in commercial vehicles tires. We've had a double-digit growth in farm tires and a very high single-digit growth in passenger car. Primarily because of the rich product mix that we are offering to the customer. We are offering new products to the customer. We are going more into distribution, more into rural India. So as far as Apollo is concerned, we are having a consistent growth. But yes, there is a concern that when is this uptake going to start in commercial vehicles, and the mood is very sluggish right now.
Right.
While government is spending a lot on infrastructure and construction of roads, but we are not seeing it on the ground because commercial vehicles are still not selling. So it's a bit of a concern, but I'm pretty positive for Q4, and then going into fiscal year 26, I'm very positive.
Right. In terms of the commodity prices, Neeraj, are global rubber prices expected to be elevated due to the demand-supply mismatch, inclement weather in rubber-producing nations like Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia?
Yes, it's a huge impact. We are seeing an all-time high. The past 10 years, rubber prices are at an all-time high. They've started coming down, but there is a production and a demand-supply issue, which we are tackling. With the support of the government, the tire industry is investing close to 1,200 crores in the northeast belt of India, where we are looking at growing close to 200,000 hectares of natural rubber. So plantations are already done of the tune of 50%. And so we are hopeful that we're creating another new supply for India. And hopefully these things, it takes time, but we see rubber is coming down. We're looking at substitutes of rubber, looking at rubber called Vayuli, which comes from shrub. So we're looking at all these substitutes to try and see how we can tackle the price.
Right. I can't help but ask you about Trump. And, since he's taken charge, he's already signed off on so many executive orders. How will it realign supply chain for you? What will it make you do in terms of investment plans, whether abroad, whether in India? How are you sort of realigning that? Because
It's
now a global conglomerate. So
Trump has just come in. And so a lot has to be seen. It's all exciting, I would say. We're waiting for him to see what actually comes out. I'm not concerned as far as India tariffs are concerned into the US. We do supply tires into the US market from India and from our plant in Hungary. So I don't see that there'll be tariffs coming in from India or from Hungary. But yes, there is a concern overall that he will have pretty hard tariffs, especially on China, and he's already announced Mexico and Canada. But my focus for the next growth chapter of Apollo is really the US market. Currently, we are doing around 120 to 130 million dollars of sale. Our vision is to take it to $500 million. And so there's a lot of focus on sales and distribution, building the brand. We sell the Vredestein brand in car tires, and we sell the Apollo truck in US. I must say the brand is doing very good. And there's a very good consumer take on these brands. So we've just begun our story in the US. Much more to come.
Right. Will you kind of pull back from markets like Europe? Because it's seen weak growth for the last 3 years. A couple of people I was speaking to today said that, it's a wake-up call for Europe in terms of improving their competitiveness, in terms of improving their work culture.
Well, definitely not. We're not pulling back from Europe at all. Europe is our domestic market, and we're doing very well. We put a lot of strategies in place. Go-to-market strategies are there. R&D is coming out with super products which are coming up in the number one position in podium positions in testing. We're gaining market share. We've outpaced the growth of our own Europe market. We've grown 5 to 6% when Europe is growing at 1 to 2%. So Europe is a focus market, and we'll continue to grow in that market. We'll continue to put money behind the brand Vredestein and continue to grow in our truck story in Europe. So Europe is a priority market.
Right. Also, Neeraj, in terms of the capex plans that you have, you followed a largely capex light model
Yes.
in the last 2 years, choosing to prioritize profitability and productivity. What are your investment plans for the upcoming fiscal? Because you have very ambitious targets for the US market.
So, today, currently, our truck capacity is running at 70-75%. So, I have enough truck capacity to look after US. Our passenger car is also running at around 90-95. So, our plan is to use AI, generative AI and machine learning to try and see how we can improve productivity. And thereby, my clear focus is on ROCE, on how we can increase ROCE. We were sub 10 2 years ago. Today we are above 15%. So that's a very clear focus. Cash flows is a very clear focus. Our net debt, EBITDA margins, our ratios are much, much better. They are under 1 multiple. So in all, the whole focus is to try and see how we can sweat our assets, how we can increase our ROCE, how we can come up with more premium, richer product mix. So it'll be a richer product mix, getting out of sizes where we are not looking at profitable sizes. So small sizes like 12-inch, 13-inch, going to more premium tires in PCR. So that's the whole richness of our product mix plan that we're going forward, which will also give us production capacity. It will also give us profitability. Thereby my ROCE will go up.
Great. Final question, Neeraj, in terms of the opportunities that you see in the EV segment, in India at least, E2 wheelers have taken off in a huge way in the last couple of years. What opportunities do you see?
Well, there's nothing new for us because EV tires need low rolling resistance, so we already have products for that. EV tires also need less noise. We already have tires for that. So right now, India is at a very nascent stage as far as EV is concerned. Already we see electric vehicles slow down in Europe. So we are only clearly watching how this EV story is going to turn out. We are ready as far as tires are concerned.
Right. Any expectations from the upcoming budget? A few CEOs we spoke to said that the government should do something to spur the investment growth story, in the next 3 to 6 months.
Well, I think the main two things. One is obviously infrastructure and road construction spend needs to be more focused. The states need to come together to try and see how we can really infuse more funds and more capex into infrastructure and road construction. And obviously we need to stabilize GST. We are looking at a 28% to come down to 18%. So these are some of the two key highlights that I would like to say.
Great. On that note, thank you very much for talking to Money Control, and here's wishing you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.